Prince in Dressing Disaster. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor, with an appeal on behalf of beleaguered princes around the globe who struggle to get dressed. Getting dressed. Something that many of you do on a daily basis, probably without a second thought as to how it's done. After attending to your ablutions, you undoubtedly place yourself in your bedroom, and there, as the day starts to begin, you place on your underwear without complication. Clean, perhaps a simple white colour, possibly something a little more racy. But for some, deciding whether to put on Superman underpants or Bob the Builder ones becomes a matter of life and death, resulting in the same kind of paralysis that is experienced when flashbulbs go off. As you select your socks or tights, your stockings, you do so perhaps whilst thinking about a particularly thorny problem that you're going to conquer in the course of the day, or who you might be meeting for coffee later. You are amongst the fortunate. For some, who are princes of the realm, the mere selection of socks in a variety of colours triggers flashbacks to the time that the red and green building blocks could not be found. You don't have to suffer the daily struggle of understanding that L and R written on your shoes means left and right. You don't experience the shame or embarrassment of getting them on the wrong foot and being called, "You damn idiot boy," by your father. Spare a thought for those princes of the realm who require the assistance of men to ensure that they are dressed properly, that they have not put their underwear on their head, or that they have stuck their head through the arm of their jumper. For you, dressing may be a simple matter. Selection of the clothing and then placing it on. You could do so in a matter of moments, but for others less able, it is a daily nightmare where anxiety, shame, and embarrassment threaten to overwhelm these plucky young princes of the realm. Thus, the Association for the Welfare of Princes Who Can't Dress Themselves ask you to spare a thought on this day of all days for those who are afflicted by the inability to get dressed by themselves. Think about those who wander around with their flies open, occasionally letting little Harry waft in the wind. Contemplate those who get their jumpers on the wrong way round, and thus end up wondering where Thomas the Tank Engine has gone. It's a difficult and lonely world, made all the harder by a wife who dresses as if it was permanently dark. So as you exhibit your sartorial elegance in the course of today, as you wow and draw admiring glances from people as a consequence of the simplicity of the outfit that you put together, spare a thought for those less fortunate than yourselves. In order to pull at your heartstrings and to convince you to donate at least 25% of your monthly salary to our charity, we are now going to show you real-life footage of a prince with a dressing disaster. We're pleased to say that as a consequence of the intervention of the association, we were able to place agents on the ground to help this hapless prince avoid further embarrassment. Our local agents, funded and supported by your donations, spared the blushes of this prince of the realm, enabling him to enjoy having his photograph taken as he played at dressing up. So often denied the opportunity to wear clothing that he had become accustomed to as a consequence of the fact that his family no longer speak to him. This was a rare opportunity for the prince to play dress up, and it threatened, as you will see, to go horribly wrong. That's why we are dependent on your donations more than ever, to ensure that hapless fucknuts like this prince don't get themselves in a muddle and end up twirling around looking like a pillow that is blowing in the wind, and instead that they are guided by able and caring hands to ensure that the left hand goes through the left part, the right hand goes through the right part, and that nobody's willy is showing. Please, as you watch this footage, which some of you may find distressing, think about the people affected by those that cannot dress themselves, and recognise the good fortune that you exhibit. Please donate whatever you're able to ensure that our association agents around the world are able to continue with their magnificent work, helping wingnuts like Prince Harry. Our aim is to ensure that all princes of the realm deserve to be able to be dressed with dignity, that they are not seen to look like a privileged tool that invites further ridicule. Please, donate what you can and ensure that the princes of the realm remain somebody to be proud of, rather than skirting with disastrous dressing. The footage of this recent example of saving a prince from disastrous dressing now follows. This has been a charitable announcement on behalf of the Association of those that find it hilarious that a grown man can't dress himself.
But the prince is incomplete. He will be complete with this. Now, just like the cover. Yes. Yeah, just